Liebe Zuschauer, ich sitze hier im Kinderdienstraum mit Mary. Wir sind alle froh, dass Mary jetzt wieder da ist, and I have to switch to English because she asked me to.
Yes.
So we are happy that we have you here, and I would like to ask, when was the first time that you heard about tithing, and what happens then?
Okay. Good afternoon once again. And the first time I heard of tithing is in German, but I heard it in Ghana from my parents that I should try to be a giver, because that's the only way that God will bless you on this earth and also bless you in heaven. So when I came to Germany and I joined the church in Meckensalee, I heard the first time about tithing from Pastor Corinne, I think 1989. And it was not difficult for me because I knew I was already a giver.
This is really enjoyable to hear that. You know, if the heart is right, then there is no question,
Yes.
and you can do it with joy.
Yes.
And so you told me about some experience during tithing. You had blessings?
Yes, I had a lot of blessings, and really I will encourage everyone to be really a giver in the house of the Lord. Tithing, offering, thanksgiving. It's not only tithing. If you just give, no matter how much you earn, it should be your priority. And if you give, you will see a lot of things. I think around 94, 95, I gave a donation here in Germany and also in Ghana. My children, the very day I gave, the next day they had a terrible accident and the car spoiled, but none of the children, nor the driver or the helper, was touched. I have been doing a lot of things, investment in Ghana, even though I'm not there. And you know, Ghana, they can cheat you, they can do it, but nobody has cheated me up till now, because I know that, and God knows, if He gives me, I will also give it back. And I want you, everybody, to delight in giving.
Yeah. So everything is fine with you, and you're still believing in it?
Yes.
You're still receiving?
Yes, I still receive. If I have to tell you what I have received from God through tithing, giving, it's more than I can tell. Andreas, really. In the school of my children, they have favors. Sometimes Milady, when she was doing some of the getting private teacher, even the school were paying, because I did special donation for the school once, and they were really appreciated. And I knew that it was God who showed me the way to do it. And getting my house without a macra in Germany as a cleaner that time, or not somebody with a certificate, nobody was expecting. But through my giving, I know God blessed me with a house. My children were saved for the second time accident in Berlin, and I know that it's all about the giving, because God knows that when I give, when He gives to me, I will also give to others.
Yes. So I think God is a friend. He is really even more friendly to you, and He knows your heart, and you prove it by giving the tithe, and so we are all blessed. Thank you very much for coming, telling our visitors and people that are watching.
I'm really happy that I have to share you some interview, this testimony, because some of you now are new, and it came to a point even I was not working. I could not get money from Abasam, but I decided to pay tithe, whether the money is there or not. And I paid my tithe for some months without even having money. But at the end, God gave me a job, and the money was repaid all once. So I'm telling you, Don't doubt the word of God. Giving is real, tithing is real, and I'm happy that I have the opportunity to share with you.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Mary, have a good Sunday afternoon, and we will see us again.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You are welcome. Thank you.